Africa's envoy to the United Nations has made an impassioned speech in the Security Council, calling on his colleagues to uphold their UN Charter responsibilities as it pertains to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Ambassador Jerry Matjila told his colleagues that no people can be oppressed forever and that the Council should take note that Palestinian resistance to their occupation will continue. Council received its monthly briefing on the situation from the UN Special Coordinator for the Middle East peace process, in which it was confirmed that Israeli settlement activity in occupied territories continued in flagrant violation of international law and the resolutions of the Council.
The Council heard that nearly 6,000 housing units had been approved or tendered in the occupied West Bank, including East Jerusalem, during the reporting period, while the demolition of Palestinian-owned structures by Israeli authorities also continued.
The expansion of Israeli settlements has no legal effect and constitutes a flagrant violation of international law, as stated in Security Council Resolution 2334. It must cease immediately and completely. Settlement expansion in occupied East Jerusalem, which further undermines the viability of the two-state solution, with Jerusalem as future capital of both Israel and Palestine, is particularly concerning.
Ambassador Matjila told colleagues that the Council was fiddling while the reality of an independent Palestinian state was dwindling.
On 22 November 1967, the Security Council adopted Resolution 244, which called on all parties to end territorial claims, respect sovereignty, and for Israel to withdraw from occupied territories. In 2019, 52 years later, this has still not happened. 2 generations later, it has not happened. The reality: Israel has illegally expanded its occupation with no consequences whatsoever from this Council.
He called on Council to reassume its responsibilities and act decisively to assist the two parties to find a lasting peace.
If you want to deny people means of self-reliance, livelihood, and future, and turn people into desperation and beggars, take their land and restrict their movement. This is what was done to Palestinians, and is done to the Palestinians. This Council watched and talked. Nothing happened for 70 years. Nothing.
Matjila stressed that the international community had already acknowledged that the only credible solution is one of two states, with 1967 borders and East Jerusalem as the capital of an independent Palestinian state.
Peace in Israel, for which all of us pay every day. Because we all pay for peace. For Israelis, they are our people. But it will only happen when Palestine is free and enjoy peace. The Council should assist both those two communities, Israelis and Palestinians, to find peace for the sake of their children and future generations.
The United States was expected to reveal its much-anticipated peace plan in the weeks ahead, but a rerun of Israeli elections in September could further delay its delivery. Sherwin Brycepease, SABC News, New York.